listen, let's imagine for a moment that there's something that happened in your life and you're holding it against yourself. So
Okay.
in projecting it into the life to create, the manifestation of your life, you feel unworthy for whatever reason, you feel unlovable for whatever reason, you feel ashamed for whatever reason. And then you tell me about the shame. And if I have any judgment in me whatsoever, any agreement in the way of, yes, in fact, you are unworthy. Yes, in fact, you need to redeem yourself. You are unlovable. Now let's try this on for size. So when I see you, let's say, for example, that you had said to me that you are damaged or you're broken, or I could sense that that's the way that you feel about yourself. We talked about your relationship with yourself in the context of your life. Let's say that you kind of feel like you're broken or you kind of feel like you're damaged. And I'm like, yeah, she's a little broken. She's a little damaged, right? No, because listen to this. When I see you as broken and damaged. And when you see me seeing you as broken and damaged. And when you see yourself as broken and damaged, in that defensive reaction, you see me as broken and damaged. And when you see me as broken and damaged, it's just, you understand the way that these things reflect and play. So
Right. So you're saying you heal that by seeing that person in their perfection, right?
the truth of who they are. When you are connected to your truth, coming from love as the truth of who you are in a field of trust, with no judgment, in pure time, on every level of being, and you avail yourself on all of those levels with love and see them as truth and don't believe that they're broken, even when they tell you and try to convince you that they are, and see them as an aspect of the creator who's chosen some lessons, having an experience, and you can still hold that space and love them and not believe that they're broken and not believe that they're damaged, even when they're trying to convince you and prove that they are, then you are.
Right.
That's what I'm going to call Reiki. That's what I'm going to call energy healing. It's like an energy that you can actually infuse into the auric field should they choose to respond to it.
So when you're teaching yoga or whatever you're teaching, you see people as the perfection of themselves, which help them achieve that inner space because there's no judgment in who you're seeing them as, and that gives a sort of energetic upliftment to that person because yeah.
It's a space that they can then step into when they can see themselves as worthy, when they can see themselves as lovable, and all of those things. It's just the same concept. It's, in the simplest terms, it's the same concept as in the airplane, you put on your own oxygen mask before you hand it to someone else, or in the well, you don't jump in the well to save someone, right? You stay outside of the well to help them out. This is no different energetically.
But you could not have done this practice, which is a sort of practice, unless you had that judgment on yourself, seen yourself as broken and damaged, have healed those deep places, because then you could look at people, feel that what they're feeling, and use your own life as a practice to help, the way you freed yourself from those old emotional asanas, you're helping to free up people.
Yes, I think that the kind of the thought I keep having in the backtrack is that word perfect. When we see everybody in their perfection, that's a tricky one for people to wrap their head around. And I would maybe even change the word perfection
I
to,
think, wait, I just want to absorb that one. I think a great practice would be to be out on the street or the subway or wherever you are, just see everyone as perfect. Just see them as, and that really helps people whether they know it or not. Because when you're judging people, it actually hurts. It hurts to be judged. I think it hurts to judge. I mean, it's such a habit, but it actually energetically hurts you and them. So I think this is a good practice. This is good. So yes, what were you going to say?
Oh, you just made me want to say 1,000 different things. Thank you for that.
Okay.
Yes, to what you said. I agree. But what I think is that we are vibrational beings in a vibrational world, and there is pinpoint precision in the universe. Everything can only be the indication of what is active within, and or combined with what I'm going to call a precognitive agreement, which is what your soul came here to learn, and the collective agreements that we ascribe to, and the thought identification of who we think we are, and all these things create our reality, right? So to actually put aside judgment and know that somebody has a divine inform, let's say, has a precognitive agreement, something that their soul came here to learn. If you believe in karma, maybe you think they still have some unfinished business. If you believe in manifestation, you can see everything around them as the reflection of what's within them. When you look at all these combined things, how can you do anything other than shake your head at how extraordinary and precise the universe really is? And so I will tell you with all certainty, there's a lot of what I'm going to call spiritual accountability for that type of belief on that level. There's just no question about that. And
Right.
so you're never standing in a place of righteousness. You're always and only standing in a place of pure time present love, and love of the creator, as we all are, right? As it expresses in the form of this person with this life and these circumstances and so on and so on.